Alright, so doing this week's video outside yet again. It's Monday morning, at like it's almost 10. I had to turn in another assignment, so I had to come to class or campus early. Yeah. So let's see. Monday I thought I had lab. We went to our lab room, whatever, like we usually do, and then sat there for a while, and it was like 15 minutes after it was supposed to start, and our professor wasn't there, and like a lot of the students weren't there, so luckily one guy walked in. He was in our lab, but he walked in, he's like, just so you guys know, we don't have lab today. And like we all like opened our manuals and like looked through it, and turns out he was right, we had no lab. So we all looked silly, and yeah, I just went back to Christ and I tried to do homework. I tried to work on the report that was due today. I didn't really do much because I was distracted because I was in my room, and yeah. And then that night we watched Game of Thrones. It's like a tradition now. We watch Game of Thrones every Monday at like 9:30. Yeah. And then Tuesday I actually went to class. I started going to class now, like every single class, not just my Intro to Antarctic Studies. I go to all of them now, and completely pointless because he goes too fast. All my professors go way too fast, and then I had to watch the video again to get all the information that I had missed when they were going too fast. So it's like, it's stupid. I might as well just like, sit outside the classroom with my laptop and like watch it after they like post it, and then be like, oh well, done. Got that done in like less than an hour, and I got to go on my own pace because I could pause the video. And yeah, it's dumb. It's so dumb. But whatever, I'll keep going to class because I need to be a good student and stuff. So yeah, I had class, and then I worked on my homework stuff, and then I had rugby training as always. I'm not sure why, but I've been getting sick lately whenever I like sprint, or I really exert myself when I work out, which I never had before. So I don't know if I'm just like really exhausted, or I don't know, something's going on. But I mean, I've been better like since like Thursday. Thursday wasn't as bad. I still was sick, but not as bad. But anyway, so Tuesday I got really sick again, but I stuck it out and did rugby training, and then went back to my room and I went to sleep, blah blah. Wednesday I had class, and then I did more homework, and I don't think I did anything else. Worked out. I think that's it. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't know. I don't really keep track of what I do anymore. Like, I just do it, and then, yeah, that's it. So yeah, Thursday, yet again, class, and I actually went. I was so proud of myself. And then I worked on my assignment yet again, because every time I try to work on it last week, I'd get distracted by something. But I actually worked on it, and I got it done on Thursday, and then Friday I kind of like tweaked it, made sure it was good, and I was done before the weekend, which meant I had a free weekend, which is exciting. Yeah, so Thursday had lab, which in lab this week, it was for animal ecology and evolution. We had to use Excel and like type in all this stuff, and then like put in formulas and everything. It was really easy lab, and I seemed to be one of the few who actually knew what I was doing. Like, there were a lot of people who were absolutely confused, and they're like, well, how do you do this, and I'm getting this error, and blah blah, and I'm just like, okay, someone give me their computer. So my partner gave me her computer, and I just like went to town. I was like, enter done. Okay, saved. Let's go. And she was like, are you serious? You're done already? And I was like, yeah, it's pretty easy. And she's like, well, I don't know what you did. And I was like, I'll explain it. So I explained it really fast and like showed it to her, and she's like, oh, okay, cool. And yeah. So it's really simple for me, and so the lab was really short, and yeah, so we went back and went to rugby training again, and it was good. I felt better, didn't feel as sick. It was actually really fun. We started learning different like I don't know what they're called, plans or I don't know, game plans, basically. Yeah, game plans. There we go. We started learning those Tuesday, so we were working on them again on Thursday, and it was a lot of fun. It gives us a break because it's not like we're not like constantly like sprinting, and we're not like tackling each other and like beating each other up. So it's like a nice break, but then it's also helpful because it'll help us when we play the game. And yeah, so I like it a lot. Yeah, and then that was it. After rugby training, went to bed pretty early because I'm always tired now. And then Friday, I had class. I had my tutorial, so I went to that, and then I went to my class, and then my friend Ollie, who's from this area, well, technically he's from the UK, but he lives in Tasmania. He drove me to, I went to a store with him. It was like a kind of like Menards is how it reminds me, but it's obviously not Menards because they don't have that here. But yeah, so he got a few things, and then he drove me to like the mall, basically. It's not really they call it like a shopping center, I think. Mall, I don't know. It's their mall, but it's not. All the stores are like in the same area, but they're not in the same building. That makes sense. But yeah, so we went there, and I went to one of the stores that I'd gone to before with him and a few friends, and I'd found a dress there before. And so I went there, and I took literally, there we go, like 15 minutes, and I found a dress, and I was like, okay, let's go. And he's like, you're done? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm done, let's go. That was really fast. And yeah, so I felt really bad because the last like 2 or 3 times he's taken like me and my friend shopping, we took like 3 to 4 hours. And he was usually like, oh, I have to get back now, guys, like hurry up. But of course he didn't say that because he's too nice. And so yeah, but this time I was like, boom, in, out, done, let's go. And he was like surprised, I think. At least he should have been surprised because that was awesome. Yeah, so I went back, and then I don't know what I did Friday night. I think yeah, I do. Yeah, me and Ollie hung out. We watched movies. But I was really tired by like 8 o'clock. Like, I was exhausted by 8 o'clock. And but yeah, we watched V for Vendetta because he's never seen it. And then we watched Ace Ventura, Nature Calls, because it's like the best movie ever. And by 10 o'clock, I was like literally falling asleep, and I was like, yeah, no, I need to go to bed. So I went to bed like, I don't know, around 11, and then got up early to Skype with Jessie, and she forgot yet again. She like went over to Jenna's, I guess, and like her sister-in-law to do a few things, and she just completely forgot to like tell me that she wasn't going to be on. So yeah, so I got up for nothing, and by the time I found out like what she was doing and why she wasn't on, it was too early, or I was too like awake already, and I was just, yeah, I couldn't fall back asleep. So I ended up just showering and then watching a movie, and then, or not a movie, TV show. I started watching Vampire Diaries, which is like addicting. It's overly dramatic at some points, and it's kind of stupid, and some of the acting is bad at times, but it's still addicting. And yeah, so I watched that pretty much all morning, and then me and my friend Alana went down to the uni rugby team's game at 2:30. We watched them and took pictures. She borrowed one of the guys who lives up at Christ. He's got a really nice camera because he's a photography student. And so we borrowed his camera and we walked around and took pictures, and it was like so much fun. We want to be like sports photographers because it's so much fun. We were like getting all up in like their business, like cha-ching, cha-ching, zooming in and out, and it was just so cool. I felt like professional. Probably looked silly, and I didn't actually really look at the pictures, so I don't know how they turned out, but hopefully they turned out good, because I think they might put them on their Facebook page or something. So yeah, that was fun. And then afterwards we kind of hung out and didn't really talk to one of the kids, but I didn't know his name, and Alana forgot what his name was, but we talked to him. He was really nice. And then Ollie picked us up because he was at the store, and so he just swung by and picked us up on his way back up to Christ. And we got ready for going out because we had this event called Inter-College Cocktail something. I don't know. It's basically like all three colleges, so Christ, Fisher, and Jane, all we're gonna meet at this pub called the Abbey, which is down in Sandy Bay, and we were gonna just kind of drink and hang out together. And so me and Alana got ready, which is why I bought the dress, by the way. That's why I needed something to wear. So we got ready and we pre-drank because drinks are really expensive. So we got like a box of Goon, which is like box wine. And so we drank a little bit of that, and then then we got on the bus and drove down there, and we drank there and hung out and like danced, and it was really fun. And then we went to town with a few people, a bunch of the Christ people, and then tried to meet up with the rugby team, but I think they were too drunk because they started drinking at like 4, and they didn't stop until probably midnight or 1. So they were all pretty drunk, and we couldn't understand what they were saying whenever we called them. So we didn't end up meeting with them, but it's okay. We had fun anyway. And then took a taxi home, and I took a shower because I was cold, and showers usually warm me up. So I took a shower, and then I went to bed, and I slept in kind of ish until like 10. And then I got up and I did absolutely nothing all day. I watched The Vampire Diaries and I pretended to do homework, but I didn't do anything productive. Went to Pepper's, which is like the restaurant place by Christ, and ate. And then I went back to my room and I was antisocial. So that's all I did yesterday. It was a completely wasted day. I was going to be productive, and then I felt sick, and I went to bed at like 9:30 because I was exhausted, and I got up at 7:30 this morning, wide awake like an old woman. So yeah, it was a rough weekend. But yeah, so today I'm feeling okay. I'm doing this video, and it took me way longer than it should have, 14 minutes, probably because I rambled. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly turn my computer so you can see. Hopefully you can see what I'm looking at. That down there is the rugby field. That's where we practice, and it's so great. Me and Alana go down there, we run laps, and we sprint a lot, and we do crunches and push-ups. I can do push-ups now, which I could do them before, but then I stopped doing them, so I couldn't do them anymore. And then I got here, and I can only do 2, and now I could do like 17, no problem. Like just like, oh, bam, yeah, push-ups. So yeah, that's it. I will upload this video, and I keep trying to upload pictures and videos. I'll get it done, I promise, sometime today. Yeah.